Hey guys! Yep, I just got a haircut yesterday. This stream, I'm gonna be playing a little bit of FFRK. But in the meantime, I kinda wanna... Let me turn down the volume a little bit, because I can't really hear myself speaking, which is kind of annoying. I wanted to do this stream because I got given this story by a couple people, and they kind of want to know my opinion about it, because obviously I've wailed in the past. So this is a Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Reddit story, which someone kind of did. It's a very, very long story, so I'm going to kind of read it all out to you guys that don't know the story. I don't know the story. I kind of just assumed it's a whale guy that regrets it. Well, it is kind of obvious. Have that fucking whale? Man, it's been a while, Nero. It's been a while. Anyway, let's start with the story. It's kind of a Christmas story, isn't it? I like stories. I really do. Alright. I started playing FFBE shortly after launch in July of 2016. It was a fresh take on an old classic, my favorite series of all time, Final Fantasy. I know that feeling. When I was 11 in 1988, living in New Jersey, I went to Nintendo CES in New York City. I haven't had the privilege to do that. Nintendo had demo booths for all upcoming games. I feel like this top paragraph is a little bit more of an excuse to why he's wailing, which is fair enough. It's been very good, Nero. Sorry, I'm kind of going back and forth with chat. Okay, Nintendo had demo booths for all the upcoming games, and the original Final Fantasy was one of them. It was the coolest game I've ever seen. I got it when it was released, and it remained my favorite series of games for years. Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on SNES. I bought a PlayStation so I could get FF7. I think you could get FF7 on PC. I got a PS3, but all I wanted was Final Fantasy 2. All I wanted to play was Final Fantasy 12. That's interesting. I personally like Van. That's also interesting. Don't really know many Van lovers. Hey Sky, I'm just reading out the Whale of a Tale story. I hope you guys like it. Along came married life, kids, jobs, responsibilities, and I could no longer spend time on a console. I feel like I'm kind of getting into that mood now. Or I'm kind of forced into that situation. I didn't have time to sit and play and grind out levels and complete the extra quests like defecting Ruby Weapon. Then FFBE was released. A short format game that I could play for 5 or 10 minutes and put it away. I feel like FFBE takes up a lot of time rather than 5 to 10. I guess if you're grinding and you already finished the story. But that's me personally playing FFBE. I feel like Final Fantasy Record Keeper does take a lot of time as well. In the later stages, of course, you're just grinding as well. It didn't require a console or TV, just a few minutes to play a couple dungeons, runs, or a quick exploration. Then I could put it away for later. It was perfect. I don't really see how that's perfect. Expedition into the Abyss. I honestly don't know that banner. The first banner I spent money on. I had been playing the game for 6 weeks or so and have not found the Brave Exvius subreddit or the Exvius wiki. I went into the exploration blind and got wiped out. I know the feeling. I leveled my team, I maxed my stats, and I could not win. I got to Ansel, I guess that's the final boss, finally, and beat him, but I was so low on energy. I used lapis refills just to limp past them. I remember, I think a little bit into the game, you fight a dragon, and I've used so many revives just to get past the dragon, which I really didn't like about Brave Exvius, how you could just keep reviving to kind of get past the boss. But I know now the later stages of the dungeons, they don't allow that. You have to reset the whole dungeon. Then I got to the exit with 3 bosses that kicked my butt. He spelled butt wrong with 1 T. With the 10,000 V attack. I was frustrated beyond belief. I'd spent all my resources to pass this exploration. I couldn't leave like this. I broke my free-to-play resolve and put down 20 bucks, even though he spent money in the past. Okay, that's kind of weird. That should be enough to get me out of the dungeon and replace some of my lapis. Well, the thing is, there's a lot of sales for FFBE, so I guess that's kind of fair enough. I spent so I could at least do the dailies again. I was adamant that I would not spend again. Alright, let's see what people are saying. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, everyone! I'll be taking breaks between the stories because I'm kind of, like, not really good at reading. I cannot read. The first Mog King event, I recall. I remember that. Festival of the Autumn Moon, baking Mog cakes. I spent hours, days after days, grinding the coast for recipe ingredients. I kept my 2 ovens going, then I increased my capacity. I feel like it's kind of funny reading this. I kept my ovens going. I kept the ingredients going. I stayed true to my resolve. I did not spend any more money. I made it through. I got the Stellar Shield. I got the Lunar Pestle and the Rabbit's Foot. That's obviously equipment that you get from the event. I accomplished my goals without macros, without more resources. My family, though, kept asking me, why am I tapping on the phone all the time? Why am I always looking at the screen? It's kind of funny because this guy is obviously a dad. And I feel like, I don't know, I really shouldn't say I'm not going to play mobile games when I'm a dad, if I'm a dad. Because I'm kind of getting into the groove playing more console games now, which I'm really, really glad about. I really can't deal with any more mobile games. I put the phone away and tried to limit myself, only a little. While in the morning I got everyone up for school, I would play for a little while. At lunchtime, when I wasn't around anymore, I would play on the toilet since I have nothing better to do while I poop. Alright, that's kind of good information. I would play while putting the kids to sleep. That's kind of much. After putting the kids to sleep, I was not taking anything from anyone. I was just playing a game. I don't know, you're kind of taking away the attention from your wife, dude, which is kind of sad. Hi, Ryochi. I made it to November, the Crystal Tower. Oh, I didn't know FB has a Crystal Tower as well. The release of Lunith and Refia. I got Refia. The best DPS and the best healer available at the time. I'd save my Lapis. I could do 11 plus 1 pull. I had maybe 20 or so tickets saved. I used all my resources and trolled a Rainbow Edge. I was enraged. And blah 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 blah. That I get Lunith. I put my card number into my digital wallet and up to myself $99 of Lapis. I think $99 is equivalent to, I think, 2 11 pulls or something like that. Kind of similar. Unless it's like a special thing. Then I pulled and pulled and pulled and got nothing. So I put in another $99 and pulled and pulled and pulled and got to Lunith. I could advance and defeat all new content and share the best. I'm pretty sure you could already get past the content, but whatever. I could show up. It's pretty much showing off that you have the DPS, right? Okay. Hi, Cloak Scheme. Alright. It was only $200. I can spare that. I haven't bought a video game in 6 years. I deserve it. I earned it. The thing is, that one sentence, I'm sure a lot of people that spent money on any game, any mobile game, have said that. Have said similar to that phrase, right? Anyway, I didn't pull for the Brave Frontier crossover event. I have saved my resources. I was depressed by all the Elzas I saw my friends sharing, but I was not lucky enough to pull her. I conceded that it was okay and I could get her in the future. I still beat the trial of the creator and got Maxwell. Okay, I guess it's a limited edition Maxwell. I had to work hard, but I got the Power of Creation TMR. That's obviously Trust Mastery. That takes a while to get. I really can't be bothered grinding for those, or I couldn't be bothered grinding for those when I was playing FFBE. That made my Lunith a king again. Alright, we're halfway into the story. I'm sure this story has hit home to some people because everyone can imagine being in that situation, even in Final Fantasy Record when obviously the rates are better, but you always have those situations where you always want that one thing. That is what a whale does. Fucking pulling for one thing. Then came the Big Bridge Gilgamesh. You know, Gilgamesh I got in one pull. So I'm pretty much the cause as well of this guy pulling. The best TMR you could get. I still have 10 plus 1 pull left after Luneth. I'd saved my tickets from Mog King. I pulled for Greg and failed again. It was only $200 to get Luneth. How bad would that be for the best accessory in that game? In the game. I can make Chizuru or my Cecil so strong. I put money again. $99 no Greg. $99 no Greg. $99 no Greg. No Greg. I took a break for a little bit. My family had plans for the day. I was angry now. How could I have spent $300 and not gotten what I wanted? When nobody was looking around anyone, I did it again. $99 no Greg. $99 no Greg. $99 no Greg. $99. ... Alright. I'm surprised you don't know this story, guys. It's the Whale of a Tale. So if you type in Whale of a Tale Reddit, you'll get this story. Finally, I had Gilgamesh. I had maxed out all of my unit inventory. I had to spend time to fuse units. I got my first Excalibur that day, as well as some great TMRs. Thing is, like, when you get TMRs, you're never really satisfied with TMRs. You're only satisfied when you get the unit to get that TMR. But I finally had the Genji glove, and I could make Chizuru strong enough to share with others. I should say, not nearly as excited as getting a unit. She could DPS 350 attack and more! Exclamation mark. I could beat all the content with ease using her and Luneth. Yeah, I spent $700, but I would stop now. I had enough. I didn't want to get caught spending money I shouldn't on a video game. It was enough. Thing is, he never, I guess he never told his wife about all these pulls so far, so it's a little bit more awkward in his situation. Like, when I had a girlfriend, I did tell her when I was spending as well, and I did feel very, very shit about it. But at least, I don't know, she was kind of pushing me at the time not to draw, and I still drew, but I still told her, still forgiven me. But at the time when you have kids and spending $700, it's kind of weird. But I really shouldn't make that excuse. It depends on your living style as well. Alright, lightning strikes and I didn't spend anything. I was in control. I didn't need anything new. I was still in the game and doing great. So many events passed and I was still killing everything in sight with my team, I'm sure. Thing is, I always see the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius page and I see the same thing over and over again. You don't need a... You know, the quote is usually you don't need to spend to get 5-star units, and you don't need 5-star units at all in the game because you can do all the events with 3-star units. So it's very surprising reading this as well. Alright, I cleared all the events and new story content. It was fun. I was not an addict. I spent time with my family. I didn't take their time away. That's an interesting sentence. I didn't take their time away. I'm pretty sure you're losing time with them, right? Even though you're playing when their kids are asleep, it's kind of awkward when you're still playing and you have your wife next to you. Anyway, I was on top. This is better than cheeseburgers. Yeah, I've seen like the amount of garlic bread you can buy. Yeah, I'm reading this because Cloud has come to FFBE. Noctis, Prince of all trades, came along. I got greedy. I pulled again another $300. I don't know the time period between Lightning and Noctis. I got off there easy. I was in the lead. I was on top. I fucking hate He keeps saying that over and over. I had the best attack. He's saying that again. Best all around. I didn't need anything else. Fucking hell. Alright. The Mana Mystery event came. I didn't... Oh, I actually know this event. Randy, The Secret of Mana. The Secret of Mana was hands down one of the best games to ever come from SNES. I actually played it a little bit. Open world, exciting characters, fantastic. This is kind of like another kind of weird excuse, kind of to feel sympathy for yourself. Saying that that game's so good, that's why I need a pull. I know this because I know what he's saying, because I'm saying kind of the same thing about Final Fantasy VIII when I was wailing for that. When I was wailing for the Zell units. Like, Zell is like me. That's why I want to pull for Zell. Alright. The nostalgia was incredible for the event. I had to have Randy. I had paid down most of my bill from getting Gilgamesh. Most of his bill. Wow. He wasn't really saving that much then. Well, he wasn't really making much money. I could afford it to have a piece of my childhood back. Alright. No matter what the cost, it cost me about $400. Even though he didn't pay his bill for Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh was way back. That's kind of getting to a problem there. I was back to square one with paying my bill back. That doesn't really make sense, but I'd spent nearly $1,700 on this game. Now, the time period I think is about... He started spending on the King Mog. I think it's still within a year. I couldn't spend it no more. I was getting out of control. I unlinked the credit card and got back to my senses. I don't really like this. I unlinked my credit card because you can easily link it back again. I could keep playing the game. I maxed out my Randy as my friend unit. I was determined to get the most out of him no matter what. It was my hard-earned money. My hard-earned money, okay? I should not spend it so frivolously. I made it almost 4 months. It was my birthday. Which, to be honest, it would be. I could get food, but I'd rather be salty for the kid. Yeah, you're right. It was my birthday. The Brave Frontier was back. The scythe wielding. I like how he's like describing all the characters. Well, actually, I don't like it. It's kind of getting annoying, but it's kind of weird, right? That he keeps describing the characters. It was my birthday, and I wanted Elza. This was the first. Why did he want Elza? Because Brave Frontier, he's obviously never played. He's probably just jealous of other people. This was my doable... He doesn't have an excuse to pull for this banner. This was the first double 5-star banner I've ever tried to pull on. This is my first banner I pulled on after the 5-star base for Rainbows was announced. It was my birthday and I have to have Elza. I have to get what I want for my birthday. I charged $1,500 that day to get her. Whoa. $1,500. Yeah. That's kind of a lot. Especially when you're still paying the bill for the last one. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie. This was... The thing is, I just said, like, in the last paragraph that there's no point on linking your credit card when you just link it back again, and he obviously just did that. So, that's the problem. Fucking give your credit card to your wife at that stage. I was sick of my actions. I de-linked my card again. Again, not really any point. Now had a balance of nearly $4,000, including other non-FFBE related purchases. There we go. I had to find a way to stop. I transferred the balance to a new zero-interest card. Why? My family was going on vacation, and I needed to be clear to help with their expenses. I had some cash saved. I was paying down my debt slowly. I had a plan. I was still under control. Well, this story is very, very long. Very, very long. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna take a drink. I like this cup. While on vacation, the Veritas, I don't know how to say his name, banner was announced. The most anticipated unit since Orlando. I actually know the banner though. I had an Orlando from tickets. It was awesome to get a chaining partner for Orlando. Is it Veritas? Veritas? I don't know. Of the Dark is the coolest with black armor. Why are you even saying that? Dark He's even explaining dark damage heals him. And dark retribution attack. And dark retribution attack. Full stop. Weird. Something in me snapped. And I was back. I had to have him. It was another double rainbow banner. Maybe I would be lucky this time. Maybe. Take a guess. He didn't get lucky. $1,000. I had 4 Veritas of Flame. I was angry. How could I have spent so much and not gotten the unit I wanted? Why would Final Fantasy Gummy Square Enix not give it to me? How could I spend so much and not get what I wanted? Another $1,000. I got 2 more Veritas of Flame. Another Orlando. Another Fariva or something? Olive Emperor, but no Dark Veritas. How? Why? Now I am stubborn. I'm not putting this much money out there and not getting what I want. $99. No Veritas. $99. No Veritas. $99. Another second Emperor. I almost threw my phone against the wall. I know the feeling. $99 finally. Veritas of Flame. $2,500. Hold up. 9 Veritas of Flame. Half a dozen other 5-star base. And I finally got Veritas of the Dark. $1,500. Wait, what the fuck did I just do? Did I really spend $2,500 to get an animated piece of code? Not very cool anymore, is it? Animated piece of code, he's calling it. What is my wife gonna think? What will my kids say? I wouldn't tell your kids. I really wouldn't tell your kids. I'll tell your wife. I tell them I don't have much money to spend. I split my paycheck 3 ways. Household expenses, saving, and my spending money. I can do what I want with my spending money. I just won't get anything for myself for a year or so. Pay this back to my card, a couple hundred at a time. That's kind of what I did when I was whaling as well. I had freaking no choice but to pay what I spent. Like, I had to save what I spent. And it actually worked. I was pretty happy. But not many people have that self-control, unfortunately. Anyway, let's continue. Fuck it. I have what I want. I put in another $1,000 just to keep me going with energy refills. $1,000 for energy refills. That's a lot. That's a ton. And I can play whenever and however I want. The problem is when you put $1,000 straight into the game, you're not just going to use it for energy refills. It honestly doesn't make sense. It makes 0 sense whatsoever. Yeah, like $1 at a time, man. Not just put $1,000 just for refills. It's just fucking retarded. Fuck it. I have what I want. Blah, 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 blah. Nier came. I pulled with the Lapis I had left and got A2 and B2. Lapis I have left. Is that with the $1,000, I wonder? Luck is on my side. Onion Knight, I got it in 3 10+1 pools. I am on top of the world's Gummy. Must have had some mercy on my account. He must have spent on the 3+10. It's very, very hard to get that type of kind of Lapis. I have all the units I need. Sure, there are some that I want. I can get by without Rem and Wilhelm. Oh, I got that unit. But who is this awesome new healer? Ayuka? Dual white magic re-raise the things I was missing for I don't like these units. Agayan. The robot trial with her, I could be on top again. I feel like I'm reading repeats of these paragraphs, except with a different name the whole time. So it's like, another unit came, but it's like, you can imagine being the same for Record Keeper as well. I could beat all the trials, all the new story content. I'm literally reading the same paragraph. It will all be a breeze. I had to get her. I moved all my debt to another transfer card. Why? I have a clear card to work with. I get it. And make it go away. And I can make it as normal. Just pay down the card and not spend it on myself. Next came Nyx, the hero of Kingsglaive. I didn't like that movie. I know most people thought it was awful, and even I like Spirits Within. So hate all you want. I wanted to have Nyx, another $400. I skipped Halloween, but I decided I had to have Laureen for a TMR. It was as good as Genji Glove, even better. You have Genji's Glove, man. Just calm down. It would make my team unstoppable for 10-man trials, another $500. Honestly, I don't know what I spent here. I lost count. Obviously more than $500 then. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. We're almost finished the story, guys. About a quarter more to go. The Tower of Zot. We have Rubicante. He spells it Rubicante. Rubicant is one of my favorite Rubicant is one of my favorite enemies of all time. $19 no cunt. $99 no cunt. What the fuck? This is a 4-star base. What is happening? Fuck it. Another $500 just to be sure. Get Rubicant. Keep pulling for Barbacia. Barbacia. Is that how you say your name? Barbacia? I actually don't know. Don't need her. I already have 2 Trance Terrors, and why the fuck not? It's good for raid bonus. I know that's why the majority of people pull for like awkward banners just for bonuses, just to get more items or more drop. Like the drop rate is better for items to trade in. All right, rainbow rate is up. EX rewards are 1.5 times. Cloud is coming in December, which is now. Cloud is out. This is the best time to put some $$ in so I can guarantee Cloud. Cloud is awesome. Cloud is iconic. Cloud is the heart of Final Fantasy. Whoa! Ouchie. It burns when you said that. It burns. Have my 0 interest card at 11k, but I am paying it. 11k. I have a way of making it look like I'm paying it off an old debt to cover my wife when she asks where my money went. I went all in. $3,000 in Lapis. $3,000. I don't like how he's paying it in advance as well. It's definitely very awkward. This will be my last. This will last me a long time. Yeah. We'll see. Then I can pay off my debt and let it all go away. On December 7th, last week or the week before, last week, my wife asked if she could use my credit card to buy food and send it to a family member celebrating a huge accomplishment. Offhand, she asked if she could see the balance. She saw something in my response, trying to dismiss it, and I wouldn't let it go. I asked her to go upstairs so we could talk in private. I confessed to having a balance of $5,600 on my card due to Final Fantasy. Don't say Final Fantasy name. Brave Exvius, man. A couple days later, I told her the rest of my story. How much money in debt is he now, guys? Take a guess. Take a guess. Then I'll announce it. This is the final bit of the story, guys. It's exciting. I'm gonna take a drink. $1. $1.06. 13,000. That's pretty close. Alright. I'm currently $15,800 in debt. My wife no longer trusts me. My kids, who ask me why I'm playing Final Fantasy all the time, well, they actually know. I'll never understand how selfishly spent money I should have been using for their activities, their birthdays, their festivals, their clothes, their school events, their weekends, their movies. That's literally what I said on the first paragraph. Interesting. I've never spent more than $1,000 on my wife at one time. I spent $16,000 on digital garbage. Now he's calling it digital garbage. In about a year. Yeah, I was right. About a year. If she decides she will not divorce me, I owe her more than I could ever repay. Literally delete or throw away the account. I am not playing anymore. I will not get Cloud. I will leave 500k lapis. And it will stay idle. Dude, it will stay idle? Just literally just either give away your account or fucking delete it. Because you can renew your account and make it brand new, I'm pretty sure, in Brave Exvius. The friends I will have will drop me as a few... Wait. The friends I will drop me as my days since the last played increases. Talking about their followers. I will not get to beat Marlboro, I will not see how Chapter 2 plays out, and I will not have 7-star units. FFBE is over. That bit is kind of retarded, right? That's very retarded. Like, why would you keep the account idle and not just delete it? If it's over, you're obviously gonna get back into it and draw with that 500k lapis. That's very, very, very stupid. I became a gambling addict over a game where there is no return, no reward for spending money. I flushed $16,000 down the toilet over a game. Don't well irresponsibly, the consequences will outweigh the investment. Some people on this planet are on this planet to be an example for others. Don't be that guy. Thank you for all the support and ideas. I have a lot of feedback how I can improve the situation. I will update in some time after getting a few actions completed first. I feel like this guy is just literally just using excuses anyway, but I'm sure a lot of people feel sorry for him and he's kind of feeling a little bit better about himself. But I think it's at a stage where he seriously needs help and not post it on FFBE fucking Reddit. That's very, very awkward. He needs to post this on some gambling addiction Reddit rather than FFBE, because I'm sure people are just gonna say either how stupid you are. I bet they're saying the same thing where they're selling your account, right? Yep. Links to seek help for gambling addiction and hope you get under the control, because a lot of people like to sugarcoat things just to make people feel better, not say you fucking have a problem. Fucking slap in the face. Feel your pain, dude. I was addicted to this. Yeah, that's what I said. Uninstall this game. See a professional. Get some help. Gambling addiction is not something around to mess around with. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for telling this story. It sucks. Really sucks. Yeah. Again, it's not really kind of forceful. You have to be kind of forceful in the situation. Exactly. That's why I'm reading this, man. It hits home. Blah, 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 blah. And that's why it's kind of a good story for everyone to kind of read over. If you want to read the story, if you want to read the comments, you just type in Reddit, FFBE, A Whale of a Tale, and you'll get the story. I think I've seen one of this videos. He's another whale, but I think the entire reason he posted it was because he knows he is a bad example of an FFBE player. He is using his story as a warning. There's a lot of FFBE whales on YouTube, but the thing is, when I was whaling as well, I would use this excuse, the same excuse which I'm about to tell you. think to yourself you're kind of making up the money as you draw, because obviously views equals money, but there's nowhere near enough money to justify your draws. So even if I made like 30k views, I'd spend $1,000 on a draw, I would make probably $20 max back. It's just that little. So people that are drawing that have like over 10k lapis, they have a problem already. They obviously have a problem already. You should be using the money for something else. Alright. That's why I've never spent money in so long. I haven't spent money in like since the last whaling session. Was that the Zell's BSB? I think it was. Anyway, I wanted to draw. That's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to draw on this better. Very, very good ending. And I'm not gonna get what I want. I just want snow stuff. One out of 11, but it's a good one out of 11. I just want snows, man. If I get snows. Snow or null. If I get Sarah's, I'd be sad. I'm saving for the rest for Christmas. Bam! We got snows. Bam! Happy ending to the story of the whale. Ho 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 ho. I'm literally sweating right now. Reminds me, I need to stop saying literally. Rest, I'm saving, bruh. The gems that I have is on the gems only banners. I'm hoping it's half price. It's very, very hot here. I thought I sold Snow's Relic for a second. I was so shit scared. But I remember I locked it. I had 3 dupes since. This banner is fairly okay. This looks really sexy because I remember using it in FF10-2 as well. It's DLC. I didn't need to lock this one because I got it 8-starred. Alright. I'll do a quick multiplayer. Very, very quick multiplayer. Nah, I won't use snow for now. It's a good ending to the story, right? I'll do 9. 9 Apocalypse, and then I'll do my stream tonight, doing the rest of the stuff. Hey, Mets Play. I'll just do one multiplayer. If we lose, we lose. This isn't like the full stream, so I'm ending the stream after this because I need to eat. I need to make dinner for later on. Nero, you're missing a lot, man. But the thing is, Christmas stuff is coming soon. Half price banners, so I hope you've been logging in, at least. Probably going to lose miserably. It's just an all-in, guys. Don't bother going on Discord. It's just random. Uninstalled? That's sad. very sad. How long was the story? 40 minutes! Holy shit. It's a long story. He plays Overwatch now. I need to put on the aircon. We're gonna lose miserably. So miserably. But whatever. It's gonna be fun. I'm leaving Australia on the 26th, guys, so if the holiday banners are up after then, I'm pretty much fucked, and I cannot draw, because I will not have internet for a little bit. I'll try my best to get internet, but I don't know, I see the chances fairly slim. Banners start on 25th. I'm fucked then. I'm very fucked. These guys, please connect. I'm just going on holiday. I'm going to Singapore and Thailand. By myself. By my lonesome. It's the first holiday by myself as well. Shit. I'm so bad. This 220. I'm 100% gonna lose, but it's okay because I'm doing a stream tonight. Fuck. The thing is, story is, I was gonna stay with someone in Singapore, but then they kinda ditched me, and then I had to get a hotel last minute. And what happened was, I booked the hotel for the wrong day, and I couldn't get a refund for the money, and I lost like $300 straight up. It was the most hurtful thing ever. I'm going to Bangkok though. And don't give me no hangover stories, guys. What's my gacha plans? I guess it depends on Christmas banners, right? Right now it's the Zell banner, which is the Irvine banner. I plan to draw twice or 3 times for that banner. It'll be good to meet some people. Thanks, man. I'm very surprised that we're actually surviving, but we're not dealing much damage. Sentinel's Grimoire is kind of getting thrown out the window a little bit later, Nero, because there's like a Sentinel's Grimoire with fucking Haste Dagger and shit. Which is Tyro's as well. That's also what I'm saving for. Free internet at Starbucks. I'm pretty sure the hotel I'm staying at has free internet, but I don't know. It's very, very cheeky in their wording, and you probably need to pay. SG, hey Starga, protect Shelga, there you go. Got a Yuna. I really want my Yuna to be my main healer. Wow, how are we surviving this, dude? Nah, we're not surviving this. We're not even close. We need a lot more damage. I probably need to use Squall or Zidane for this fight. It's to get a pretty good idea. I'm just gonna fucking fuck it up now. I rarely do solo. Mainly because of either the stream or... I don't want to be alone, man. Like, if I have friends, I do it with friends. So, the night stream is gonna be at around 8 to 9. So it's probably gonna be like 7-ish or 8-ish AM. For you, cool. In about 3-4 hours is when I'm gonna actually stream, full on stream. This stream is just for the story, man, and for that pool. It was a good pool though. It's a very good ending, right? It's a very, very good ending. Yeah, it's a shit all damage though. Everyone got that soul break, Nero. It was from like a thing where you just do a mission and then you get it. It was very, very easy to get. I agree. I wish it did more damage as well. Gonna be sleeping. That's sad. Dude, my Zelda does quite a lot of damage. Yeah, it's a USB. Snow's USB, man. I'll try to do a stream when I'm sleeping then. A sleep stream. We're so fucked. How are we still alive? I do not understand. I do not comprehend. Brotherhood in real life stream. That's not exciting. No one wants to see me in real life. We're so dead. We so dead. Did we make it? Made it halfway. Tyro Soul Survivor. Alright. That's why I stopped my vlogs. I made a vlog, but then I couldn't be bothered editing it. Alright. I'll see you guys in about 4 hours. if you want to join the real stream. Good night to you guys which have to sleep, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend as well. If you're not going to see me, but if you see me, then you can do it on YouTube anyway. Anyway, catch you guys. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed the story, enjoyed the pool as well. Phew. Oh, thanks. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that people actually like vlogs, because it gives me a chance to chill a little bit and speak my mind.